to Meg's Mysteries. This story's called Death Notice. You've got mail. The courtroom was silent as a tomb, waiting for the verdict. Guilty of murder in the first degree, the brutal murder of a prominent club owner by his mistress. Dick Hall found in his country home with his throat slashed. A true lover's revenge, or was it? The 12 jurors come into the courtroom. It took no time to get the verdict. The defendant sat with her young lawyer, awaiting her fate. Gilda Gillette sat next to her defense lawyer, Mason Perry, and his associates, Rose Bell. Behind him sat Della Rhodes, his legal secretary, and Paul Duke, his PI and friend, all holding their breath as the judge, Edward Bentley, known as By the Book Bentley, turns to the foreman of the jury. Have you reached an unanimous verdict? The foreman says, yes, Your Honor, and hands the paper to the court officer for the judge to read it to all. Accused, please stand. Mason and Gilda stand up. She holds his hand and prays for mercy. Guilty on all counts. Premeditated murder in the first degree. I sentence you to death by the gas chamber at 12 noon on this next Friday. No chance of appeal. You didn't give Mr. Hall any mercy, so you'll get none from me. Then the judge gets up and leaves. The whole courtroom is in a buzz of excitement. Even the widow, Miss Vivian Hall, stares ahead and looks at Gilda in the eye. Gilda sees a slight smile on her lips, but she says nothing. Mason's holding her up now as she starts to faint, and then she recovers, and she smiles. You did your best, Mr. Perry. I guess the cards were stacked up against me all the time. As the officer comes to take her back to her cell to await her death sentence, she looks at the jury and says, You old boys, you good old boys, sure do stick together, don't you? I know you all, and you all know I'm innocent. But I guess I didn't get a jury of my peers, only a group of men. I guess it's still a man's world, and you can all go to blazes. I guess I'll see you all in hell. And then she's taken away. This was Mason Perry's first case, and he lost it. He took it hard. So did his associates, Rose Bell, Della Rhodes, his legal secretary, and Paul Duke, his private investigator. They worked so hard to get her free, but to not get a guilty verdict. But the jury saw it another way. He went to see Gilda, and she gave him a letter to give to her mother. She couldn't face seeing her in person, not even in the courtroom. She told her to stay home. It's too painful for both of them. Also, she asked if Mason will be there at her execution, to see a friendly face before they cover her head and sit her down to die. Of course he will be there, he told her. The judge didn't even give her a chance to appeal, and in his heart Mason knew she was innocent for it all. She was framed because of being only a singer in a nightclub and seeing a married man. Just because she fell in love with the wrong guy, her life is over. But who framed her and did such a good job of it? Mason Perry will never forget this first case and the loss of an innocent woman sent to the gas chamber. He was with her end, and before they covered her face, she smiled at him and closed her eyes, accepting her fate. He paid for her funeral, and no one came but his legal team, one girlfriend, and her mother. He also paid for the casket and the tombstone. Once a year he puts flowers on her grave on the anniversary of her death. Though he lost his first case, he became a better defense attorney and won every one of his cases after that one. Along with his legal team, they helped free many. But he always sees Gilda's face and the nightmare about it. He sees her every night. It's 15 years later. Mason gets an odd letter enclosed with a death notice. Strange, he reads it. Retired Judge Ed Bentley, found dead in his manor home. Suicide, killed by his own hand. The strange thing is the date. It's in the future, a week away. Who would send him something like this? Is it a warning note? He shows it to his staff and his partner. At the same time, the judge opens his mail. Death notice comes out of the envelope. The letter says, "You got mail." From who, he thinks? It's the same notice that Mason received, and the date was for the next week. But on this note it said, "Time is up." He discards it as a joke or from a sick person. He put many people away on death row. They didn't call him by-the-book Bentley for nothing. His word was law. Mason tried to contact him and warn him, but he never returned the calls. That next week, on the same day, he was found in his home office, gun in his hand. That same week, Perry got a strange call from a woman from the past. Vivian Hall herself. She needs a good defense lawyer. She's in charge with killing her boyfriend, the co-partner of the nightclub, the same club Gilda sang for years ago. Vivian now was part owner, now that her husband was murdered, and she now faces the same fate as Gilda. Her boyfriend and lover for many years, he was leaving her for a younger woman. Did she snap? He was killed in the same manner as her husband. So what will Mason do, defend her or not? He always thought her a meek little woman who couldn't have killed anyone, but now he thinks she had a hand in it all the time. Gilda was innocent all along, just what he knew. Mason will not defend her, let her pay a high-priced lawyer, or just sit in jail. She knew Gilda was innocent and just let her die, just because her husband fell in love with a younger model. Good thing the judge was retired, or he would have sent her away to die too. So after 15 years, Gilda was found innocent, but too late for her. But at least her name was cleared of the murder. Della came in the office with a newspaper about the judge's suicide. It seems funny, he came the same time as the truth came out. The real killer of Dick Hall was his own wife and her boyfriend, not Gilda at all. Mesa found out the judge was sitting at his desk with a newspaper, the story of the innocent woman, in front of her, telling how Gilda was innocent and Vivian was the murderer. Gun in his hand and shot in the head. A statue of Lady Justice on the floor beside him, broken and smashed. Maybe he was sorry for not doing her justice and killing an innocent young woman. Then the murder started. The prosecutor, Bill Berger, received a death notice with a date in the future. He brought it to Mason Perry after hearing about the judge's suicide. He was put under protective custody until he felt safer. Mason agreed that maybe it wasn't a suicide, and he showed Berger his note that he saved. Then the 12 jurors started getting the same kind of death notices with their names and future dates. The jurors were a doctor, a banker, a well-known chef, pharmacist, an average Joe, just a regular worker, then a retired police detective, a club owner that was from a rival nightclub, a high-priced apartment manager, a jeweler, a shop owner, and a preacher, and the last was a barber. They all made the jury that Gilda was sent to death. One by one they received the death notices, and now they're all scared out of their minds. The doctor was the first to go. An accident, it said. He fell and hit his head in a shower. Then the pharmacist was shot when he was held up at gunpoint and robbed. The next three, one killed in a car accident, brakes failed. Then a jeweler shot dead while his store was being robbed. The club owner was found dead in the bathroom of his nightclub of a drug overdose. Now the others are really getting nervous. The dates on their notices are coming up close. Some moved far away, left everything. They think they're free. The last one was the barber, found with his throat cut, sitting in his barber chair. Then it all went silent for months. Mason Perry got his final letter. You'll never guess from who. The killers. What a shock it was to Mason and his team. The letter tells it all. Dear Mr. Perry, we want to thank you for everything you did for our mother, Gilda. Yes, we know it all now. Granny Meg Gillette told us when we reached the age to understand it all. My name is Gigi Gillette, and my twin brother Georgie and I do understand you did all you could for her and was with her at the end. Also, thank you so much for paying for everything and her headstone. You probably noticed the last time you came to visit her grave, a tiny toy car and a teddy bear on her grave. It was from us. Granny brought us there to visit her when no one was around. Let me come clean. We both know you will appreciate our honesty. We found out the whole truth, and those so-called honorable men put her to death, an innocent woman, just for being framed by a woman we now know was a true murderer. 15 years later, and it comes out, and now we take our revenge. The children of an innocent young woman. Dick Hall was our father. We her children, who she gave to her mother to raise for a better life. We'll tell you just what we did and what we're still doing. In the letter, there was a check for your services if we get caught. I know you're the only one who will get us justice if we get found out, but here's the truth. When we got older and could do something to avenge our mother, I became a stenographer in Judge Bentley's court many times. I became fast friends with some of his clerks. I found out the jury's name and where we can get close to them all. Also later, I became a nurse's aide to the old retired judge himself. Yes, we killed him. Georgie and I made it look like a suicide, but we were both there. I shot him, and Georgie fixed the room to look like it did. So he was sent an innocent woman to the gas chamber. He knew just what we were doing. I only wish he felt like she did, but I guess he did at the end, knowing that he was about to die. The next was the jury. I got close to the doctor and was in his room. I helped him along by hitting him in the head. When he fell, Georgie came in and we put him in the shower together. We left him to die. Then the car accident, that was all Georgie. He was a great mechanic, wasn't he? He fixed the brakes just right. The jeweler was easy. We both put on masks and robbed the place. Georgie put a bullet hole in his head, but he knew just who was doing it and why. I told him before he fell down and died. The club owner was easy too. He had a bad habit, and we just helped him stop it. Oh, well, I guess we stopped him for good. A little drug overdose. Oh, by the time on my nice diamond watch, courtesy of the jeweler, I have to end this. We're on a long trip to unknown places. We have to find the rest of the jury. Some have already gone to their maker and died before we can get to them. But you know, they'll end up in a hotter place. Killing an innocent doesn't go well with the man upstairs. The devil will get his due. Bye for now, dear Mr. Perry. We both thank you again and hope we never have to meet you in person. Sincerely, Gigi and Georgie Gillette. Well, what did they do with the letter? He showed it to the team, and they all agreed to file it away. Case closed for now. Oh, you thought they would turn it over to the police and let justice have its day? Well, just maybe. They did have its day. Good luck, Gigi and Georgie, on your new lives. Hope you never find the rest of them, and we never have to meet in person. But if you do, and you both need us, we are here for you. Hope we can save you for Gilda. Hope you like this story. Come back for more on Meg's Mysteries. Enjoy your evening.
Stories about the past, murder, mayhem, solving truth, or myths through the fog and the mist. Meg's Mysteries tells the tales of legends of the past, present and future, mythical stories of who done it. Most of all, it's done for fun. Or is it?